So we started the Red Carpet Renovators because so many of our clients that we're helping with in real estate are buying houses that need a lot of work. As our market goes up, it's so much harder for especially first-time buyers to get into the market in a house that's fully renovated, because they certainly have to compete with a lot of people if they're doing that. So if they can find a house that needs a little bit of work, then we come in and afterwards talk to them about different parts of the house that they maybe would change. Oftentimes it's things like kitchens, bathrooms, where there's a large project that somebody hasn't done in the past. Sometimes it's as simple as putting in new flooring, new trim, painting walls, things like that. But kitchens are obviously a #1 option. So before getting into real estate 8 years ago, I had my own custom woodworking business for 25 years. So that was a larger shop with 8 employees, where we did high-end custom woodworking, cabinetry, built-ins, flooring, anything. So I had that background already. So once getting into real estate after a few years, we realized this is a really important thing to introduce as a dovetailed system into our real estate business so that we can help people on both ends. So this shop is a part of our real estate office space. So we have one large space, part of it's the real estate office, and then the woodworking shop's in the back. So in here we actually manufacture everything from scratch. So we would bring in parts, bring in plywood and melamine sheets, bring in lumber, which we'll see in a bit, cut parts to fit whatever spaces that we need to make cabinets for kitchens, all custom built. It's not boxes that we buy in ahead of time. We make our own doors. Sometimes we order in doors, we send off for finishing. So we're doing it right from rough design all the way through to final install, all in-house. Probably the biggest motivator is the satisfaction of our clients and the fact that the clients can actually be part of the process, because by having them involved and talking through what they envision in the house that they are either purchasing, or maybe they've been there for a few years and they want to do some renovations, it's allowing them to be involved in the design. With my help and Julie's help, we come up with a design for them, and then all the way through process, all the way through to final installation and seeing the reward on their faces at the end. Well, I'd like to grow it a little bit. We've doubled our space this year, so we're now into the second half where all the solid wood product happens here. And so we wanted to have more people to be able to service more processes and more clients in a year. Because right now we only have a team of 4 or 5. And so with all the processing that has to happen in manufacturing and install, we can only do 2 or 3 large projects in a year. So. Probably my favorite part still is I'm a lover of wood. So I started out being a purist woodworker. No veneers, no melamine was in my shop originally. So I was dealing with only solid wood. I would actually mill trees down and dry them. And if you can actually see some of the lumber that we'll show you later, that is actually trees that were properly milled and dried and turned into lumber. To be able to take that from an artistic point of view and use some of the beauty of the wood in the design or parts of the aspects of the product, like a piece of furniture, a tabletop or bar top or something like that. So you actually can see the beauty of the wood actually in the product, because each piece of wood is unique. So we have all kinds of material that's air drying right now that's going to be going into our kiln. So there's a lot of cherry and maple here at the bottom, and all the wood that is weathered is all walnut that's been dried for over 15 years, just waiting to be kiln dried. And then we have quarter sawn oak and poplar and red oak and white oak and hickory and walnut and cherry. There's a lot of wood here. We have a really amazing project where we're doing the quarter sawn white oak flooring. So we made this flooring ourselves. This is an 8-foot piece of quarter sawn white oak that we've milled machined ourselves rather than buying it from a store. And quarter sawn oak has this beautiful reflective grain. You'll see it better when it's finished, but you'll see that's in antiques where you have that wraith-like, sometimes it's called tiger oak. It's just the reflective grain in the tree, in the lumber, the way the lumber is milled off the tree. And in that same project, we're also doing a beautiful walnut kitchen that's going to be Art Deco style. So it's going to be all walnut, rounded corners, rounded moldings, triplicates of moldings and things in threes because of Art Deco style. I think it's important to get references, first of all, from past clients. Find out what their experience is, I should say. To find out what their experience is in the business, how long they take for different projects, what part of the projects they're going to do themselves versus outsourcing, because obviously one person can't do plumbing, electrical, and cabinet making and renovations So certain trades have to be outsourced. Well, we probably do more ourselves than a lot of places because we have the cabinetry background as well as the renovations background. The other thing that makes us stand out is the experience that we have. My 30 years, one of my guys has been in the woodworking business for over 30 years as well. So we have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the woodworking aspect of it. One of the big things is the fact that we only do renovation and cabinetry work for our real estate clients. So our real estate clients have an advantage in timeline because most tradespeople, if they're experienced, would have a very long waiting time. Right now, you'd be waiting a year or more for any project to be done. So we can keep our lead time shorter by only servicing our real estate clients. Favorite part about my team? Well, probably just that we all get along so well. We can joke around and have fun, but then we're serious, obviously, when it comes to getting work done and getting the deadlines met. I think it's really nice to be able to work at all different aspects of the project so that you're not just a person in our team isn't only responsible for one small portion of the job. Somebody who's working at the very beginning of the job is also going to be helping install. So it's really nice to be able to have the satisfaction of seeing that project all the way through and see the happy customer at the end. So I'm Roger Martin. I'm the owner and manager of the Red Carpet Renovators team. Here to service your needs for renovations and custom woodworking.